Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Earthrise, or for Cybertron Earthrise technically, Voyager class Thrust, the one who was reissued, luckily enough for me, because now I can own this guy, and man does he look good. Now I know that there's a new studio series, Seeker mold, coming out soon, with Thundercracker. Now the first thing is, I did not know that by the time I pre-ordered this guy. I did know about that idiot when I pre-ordered the Thundercracker figure, but that one comes with other figures, so I don't care. But anyway, I didn't know, but I also don't really care because I needed a thrust, and who knows how long it's gonna take if they are ever going to turn that into a thrust. So I don't really care. But here we have good old Thrust right here, and he looks really good actually. He is still the Seeker Earthrise mold, which means that there are the same problems that all of these molds have. If you don't like the Earthrise Seeker mold, which I don't have an issue with, you're not gonna like this guy. So just be forewarned about that one. But overall, he looks really cool. So let's pull you in closer here so we can look at the Conehead right there. Yes, he is the third of the Conehead brethren that I now have all of, which I'm very happy about. They also got the nice chest here. I love the black and red color scheme that Thrust rocks here. Very big fan of that, even though later on they started turning him green because of Transformers Armada, a show that I love. But I don't like the fact that in Transformers Bumblebee, the Thrust one was the green one. That is the one thing that annoys me. But also you got the nice thrusters here in the back as well, or the fan things, I don't know. Also, if you want to, this is more of a simple thing, move the arm out of the way. You can actually rotate them around to have them up, but that is not accurate to the show, so I will not. But still, you can do that if you want to, because it is the Earthrise Seeker mold, and so you can do that stuff if you want to. Then he's got some nice purple here on the knees as well, very nice, with some yellow here as well, kind of looks like a little bit of faces right there. And then afterwards you got the details here on the bottom legs as well. You love to see a bunch of details. He also has these tiny little fins here out on the side, which are just molded in, can't really rotate necessarily. And then this is what he looks like from the back, and basically it's just all wings. I don't really care, I like this guy, so for me this works. Also, he's got some gold here on the shoulder pieces, which it seems all the nose cone heads do, so it's not really a special thing. But still, anyway, overall a nice figure like this. I like the Earthrise Seeker mold, and I'm probably gonna like the Studio Series one better, but I will only buy the Thundercracker mold, as I've already explained. Now let's see what he comes with, because shocking surprise, he also comes with null rays. Who would have seen that one coming? But yes, he comes with 2 null rays. You love to see it, and they can obviously just plug in at the top of the arm right here, like so. The only real problem is the fact he has to move his whole arm, because they can't plug here at the bottom, so when you bend the elbow, they don't really go with. That might be really the only problem with these things, but he can just plug into his arms. You can also plug them in into holes here on the sides, so you can do what you want. You can even plug them in down here if you want to. But there you go, that is the Seeker mold right there. So let's take these off, so it might be easier to do the articulation segments. Speaking of which, his head can actually rotate if you can get a grip on it. I cannot. His head can rotate, trust me. Here you go. It's a little bit stiff on my copy, but I rotated his head slightly, so he can rotate his head. The annoying part is just it's a bit stiff and also very smooth, so it's difficult to get a hold on. But also his chest sometimes likes to unpack on my copy, sadly enough. Then his arms can technically fully rotate. Wings can move out of the way for that rotation if you want to. In and out as well. Biceps with elbow bend. Then can move up like this for transformation purposes. No real wrist rotation. Then you can move this out of the way. He has no waist rotation, which I will say is the one problem with the Earthrise mold, no waist rotation, even though they could have easily have put one in. But anyway, his legs can go forward, and they can't really go back because this back flap really should have moved out of the way. In and out rotation, bend at the knee right there, and then also you get ankle tilt as well, and technically a toe bend because of the fact that, you know, that has to happen for transformation. So there you go, he has the generic Earthrise Seeker mold articulation set. So let's put these weapons back on, and then let's move you into the back so that we can get into this size comparison, bringing in the cone brethren. So here we got the triple cone, baby. Yes, indeed, here's triple cone. We got them all. Yes, finally, they're completed. The trilogy of cone heads are completed, meaning that I don't have to search out for these cone heads anymore. Also, I know that these things are supposed to be out like this, but it works better on shelf like that. But here we go. We got the triple Earthrise cone head molds. Yes, fantastic. You love to see it. And they all look pretty good together. I mean, they also look very samey together, but they all look pretty good together. Big fan of the way that they look. So let's get these guys out of here for the leaders. And this time it actually works because Starscream is technically the leader of the Seekers. And this guy counts as a Seeker. So it is both leaders. But here we got him next to 86 Megatron, who I love very much. And also Starscream as well, who I can tolerate because I paid Voyager class price point for this set, and that was very much worth it. One day I will review you, my friend. One day. That day is just not today, and maybe not even 2026, who's to say. But anyway, here they are together, so let's move you out of the way for my favorites, which are obviously Soundwave and Shockwave. Love to see them next to Thrust, looking very nice as well, so let's get you out of here. Pull Thrust in closer, and then let's get into that transformation. So let's get Thrust transformed into his jet mode. So what you want to start off with, obviously, is a simple thing. Let's move the wing out of the way so I can show this off better. But basically what you want to do, you want to open up this arm bit here. Also fold that in, fold the hand up as well. But then what you want to do, there's like a little nubby in there. Don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Here you go. This little nubby needs to go through that big gaping hole down there. So basically just get that through there and then close it up. Fold up the fist all the way. Do the same thing on the other side. Open it up. Get nubby through hole by also folding the fist up. But get nubby through hole right there. Fold this whole thing closed, and there you go. That's all you need to do. Then afterwards, what you need to do is undo the chest, which, okay, so first you don't want to tab in. Now you don't want to, untab. There you go, of course, it would hurt me. You always hurt me. But anyway, you want to take this nose cone here and put it over his head. Then afterwards, you can double hinge this out, rotate it around, and then get it all the way out and get it slotted into place right there. Then what you want to do is you want to close up this whole thing with the fists and then close this bad boy up around it as well, like so, even though the chest now doesn't want to peg together because of why would it? I mean, originally when I transformed this guy, this also did not really want to work, which annoys me. I don't get why, but maybe it's just mold degradation, who's to say? I mean, this has been used for a lot of different molds. Afterwards, what you want to do, come down to the legs, fold the feet into each other like so. Then afterwards, open up these pieces here, rotate this leg into here without bending the leg, by the way. I always make that mistake because annoyingly it always kind of happens to me. But just basically make sure that you can capture it. So then you want to make sure that the tab stays facing you when you rotate this in, like so, and then close it up. Also close this back section up and tab it in here. There you go. Done. That section is now done as well. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate the wings down. So basically this piece here, you want to push it down like so. And then after a little bit of struggling, here we have, well, actually one more thing that we can do is you can take the null rays, put them under the wings, which I don't know how the turbine is going to work with guns under it, but hey, I don't really care. Anyway, here we get Thrust in his jet mode. So here we got Thrust in his jet mode, and it's a very cool jet mode. To be honest, this is my favorite of all of them because of the fact that it's black and red, boys. Look at that, it's black and red. You gotta love it. I do anyway. But yeah, that's basically why. I love this the most because of the black and red. Just saying that right now. While in robot mode, he had a bit too much red and very much a lack of black. Here, it is fantastic. I mean, just look at this. It looks great. Also, by the way, weapon storage is down here. I already did that because it's supposed to go there. But anyway, yeah, great. Overall, very great. But even then, the new retooling with the wings, with the thrusters on, or whatever you want, the turbines, or whatever you want to call these things, the fans on there, is absolutely great. I don't know why a jet like this needs to have stuff like that in order to keep it afloat, but I don't care. And you even get the little tail wings back here as well. But overall, it is still the Earthrise Seeker mold, so not much new. Then also you got the tiny Decepticon symbols on the sides there, very nice. But yeah, overall, here we go. We're gonna basically just do a little bit of a shot like this in order to get the details out. You can see how nice this guy looks from the underside. It's basically just him being around, but there you go. You got all of that going on as well. Once again, this guy almost fooled me with thinking that this was landing gear, but it is not. So don't be fooled like me. And then that is it, basically. But overall, it is a nice looking jet mute. And obviously for weapon stores, if you don't want to put it in here, you can technically put it in the back here or in the back there if you want to. Or you can even plug one in the hole up here if you so please. It is your choice, your figure. Do with it as you please. You might even be, you can also just put one in here or put it back here if you want to. Your choice, like I said. But I like to put it under the wings because it feels like that is far enough away from the actual like jet in order for it to work. But you have different options for different places to store this thing, and that is really all I can talk about outside of how beautiful the coloration is. So let us then go. It might be a little bit fast, but I also want to get done with this because there's a lot more to do. I want to do Titan class Scorponok today, and yeah, it is 11 p.m. I need to get this done. So size comparison time. Obviously we bring in the cone heads. So here we got all three of the cone heads together, and I do like how different they look, yet the same that they look in their jet modes. And it's basically their wing assembly that looks different outside of, you know, also like the fans on there, and you got the big boosters on that idiot. But still, I love the way that they all look very different, yet so very much the same as well. They fit very much together. Love them all. So, leader time. So here we got Megatron and Starscream together with Thrust. And when I said leader time, I meant yes, indeed. Starscream is the leader of the Seekers. But here they all are together, looking very nice as well. God, I love that Studio Series 86 Megatron. It is an absolute beautiful figure. Then here he is next to Kit from Knight Rider, looking good as well. You love to see some Kit action during the vehicle mode size comparison. And then finally here we have him next to Shockwave and Soundwave, my two favorite Decepticons, looking very nice as well. You just love to see it. So let's get them out of here. Let's pull you in closer and let's get into that reverse transformation. So let's get Thrust back into his robot mode. So what you want to start off with, obviously, is take the weapons off if you have them attached, put them off to the side, and then after that, now we got to start figuring stuff out. So basically what you want to do with this is you want to boost this up. So basically there's a little block here, this one here, you want to basically get it up while still keeping the wings in the exact same configuration. Now you can rotate them around if you want to, but in the official art, this is what it looks like. So then what you want to do, you want to open up the bottom section here and untap this here from the back. This will allow you now to double hinge out the legs out of the place, and then this big tab here is going to slide into the big slot right there and there. So you basically want to tab that together like so, split the legs, and then you want to come in here in order to split the feet apart like so, like so. There you go. And now we got a pair of feet done. After that, what you want to do is you want to open up this back, well, push this back section back, pull out the arms, and we'll deal with those bad boys later. Take the nose cone and untab it back here, rotate it around, push it up, push it down, and then this big thing is gonna go into that hole right there. So you want to basically just take this and just tab that in like so. Then also make sure that the arms are straight, these red pieces, so you can get everything here tabbed in as well. Then you can untab the cone here, rotate it around towards the back, and then finally open up the arm from the back and then double hinge this out and then close it back up and then fold down the fist. Same thing on the other side. So you want to open this up, then double hinge this out while keeping this straight, fold this down as well, and then fold down the fist right there. And then for the final finishing touch of the Seeker mold, you want to basically attach the null rays and also get this back into place, which is a bit annoying sometimes to pull off. There you go. And there we have good old Thrust back into his robotic mute. So, final thoughts on Thrust. What do I think about him? I think he's great. I do. I like this mold overall. I don't necessarily have the biggest problems with it outside of a waist rotation. I don't understand really where the hate comes from for this mold. I'll be honest with you guys right now. I have no idea why people dislike this mold so much. I do understand the fact that the Coronation Starscream was basically just the old Earthrise mold with a couple of extra things mocked up to leader class price point. I can understand the complaints there because it did not feel worth it. However, I got it on sale, so for me it was definitely worth it. But I don't really understand the haters for the Earthrise mold. Like I said, I like it. Now, it's not the best mold there ever was, but it's not a horrible mold either. So would I recommend this guy? Well, he has recently, at the time of recording, obviously, been reissued. And if you find this guy in stores, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, there are better Voyagers out there, or you can just pick yourself up a Tankatron if you want to. You know, that thing is spectacular. But there are better Voyager class figures out there, obviously, and, well, with the fact of the new Studio Series Seeker mold, you may actually want to hold off on buying it. While I do not regret my purchase of Thrust, they might make a new version with the Seeker mold from Studio Series 86, the new one coming out this year with Thundercracker, and apparently, according to leaks, also Skywarp, which is the only one that I want. So, you might want to wait on that one, potentially getting a Thrust remake as well, or you can just bite the bullet and get this one and then cry when they make another one. It is your choice. But that has been my review of Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Voyager class Thrust. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!